Yikes. Okay. Woo! I'm retired! You guys, this has been a long time coming. I'm just kidding. I've only been at my career for 4.5 years. I'm still young. I'm 27. And today we're going to be chatting about early retirement, what I'm going to be doing next. Is this just maternity leave, or will I be going back to work someday? So I officially quit my job at Starbucks 2 weeks ago, and I am totally on fire to pursue God and see what He has for me in this new season of my life. A lot of things have come up to Jeff and I deciding that it's time for me to quit my job, and few of you probably already know, but one of the main reasons is this little munchkin right here. The baby. So my parents brought me up in a Christian home, and there was plenty of talks about the mom stays home, takes care of the kids while the dad goes off to work. And it wasn't like they sat me down and told me that kind of stuff, but I definitely heard it, and as like a little kid playing with my toys, going like, what are they trying to say? And then I was like, ew! I don't want to do that when I get older. Like, I want to have a cool career. I want to be a dentist. I want to be a policewoman. I even want to work for Disney. But the thought of having to stay home felt like you were closing yourself off to a fun life. I was like, I don't care how my kids grow up. I don't care who takes care of them. Just like, poof, go off to daycare. Bye-bye. But then I grew up and was thinking about my life pretty seriously at the age of 20. And I put myself into this women's Bible group at my church, and they went through this book called Lies Women Believe, and it's a really good book. There's this one chapter where they take the life of a working mom and the life of a stay-at-home mom and balance them out. And they really took a close look at their lives, and I really appreciate that because they looked at like the thoughts, the feelings, and the lifestyles and expectations that they had going on for them. And by the end of that study, I just decided for myself that the wisest decision and desire I could have would be to stay at home with my future kids. And I really wanted that. As much as a career intrigued me, and I was still chasing a career, I just knew deep down that whatever happened, even if I have a career for like just a year or travel somewhere else and go to college and then meet the guy I'm gonna marry, like, I just knew that was gonna be my end goal. But at the time, I never had a boyfriend. I was still doing college, and it really took me a span of 4 years to finish my associate's degree. And you would not even believe how chaotic I was trying to get my degree. Like, I seriously was going and changing my career like every 2 months. And it was so wild. Like, I would go from, I want to be a lawyer, to I want to be an entrepreneur, to I want to be a cake decorator. Like, my little college had any classes for that. But I just wanted to go all over the place. I was like Barbie, okay? I wanted to do everything under the sun because I don't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what was going to really fulfill me. I didn't really have a purpose because after my dreams crushed for Disney, I was just totally lost because my whole life was built around, I'm gonna be making movies my whole life. But I totally found so many different interests. Like, I really got into sports and cheerleading, gymnastics, which led to the passion and dream of wanting to be a professional cheerleader. Knowing what I know now, being married and in this position, even uncertainty with finances, like, I just feel good about where I am in life. And it was such a good thing. Like, totally thank the Lord for this. But in my late teens, early 20s, I was chasing God with all of my heart. And there would be no way that Jeff and I would have crossed paths if I wasn't doing that. Because I wouldn't have involved myself in all this church stuff. We met through a Christian club at my campus. And if I could just insert a little piece of advice, wherever you are in life, whatever stage you are in life, please understand to chase God with all of your heart, all of your soul, and all of your mind. Let God be your first love. Talk and pray to Him every day, and fill your inner circle of friends and influence to be those of godly influence. And that's it. That is the recipe. Because God says, and He promises every single one of His children that He has a plan and a purpose for your life, plans to prosper you and lead you through a pathway of hope along the way. That is the VSV version, Venus Standard Version. Because your own thoughts and desires in life could not exactly line up in your best interest if you're not following God. I was seriously considering moving to California to chase a career, or move to Texas and go to college and become a professional cheerleader. And little did I know that within a few months and a few years that my life was going to be crashing down anyway and be drowned by chronic illness. And in a way, by meeting my future husband and getting married, I just have the support of someone loving and so kind to help me get through this hard part of life. Otherwise, I would have been so alone. And I can say, whatever plan and purpose God has for your life, it's not gonna be perfect. There's gonna be bumps and bruises. As much as I totally prefer and thank God that He had this plan of marriage so early in my 20s, we still had some pretty major struggles with the first couple years of our marriage. But I can still say that God is good. We so often put timelines and time limits on our life as a measure of success, as a measure of happiness. But you're always gonna be questioning your fulfillment, your purpose, and your satisfaction in life if you're not following God. And He has given me complete peace knowing that I'm gonna have to sacrifice a couple things because of our loss of income. And I just really feel like the biggest thing that God is pushing me towards is to trust in Him with all of my heart, lean not on my own understanding, how things are going to probably turn out for us, but in all of my ways acknowledge Him, follow Him, and He will direct my paths. And so just walk in those shoes of peace. Like, I completely trust God to do what He has to do in this season of our life, and I am not very scared of the unknown. For probably the first time in my life, I just know that only good things are gonna be happening, and not like perfect things, but good things, even bad situations turning good, if I follow Him. And I really want to invest a spiritual foundation for our home, our family, and for myself and my kids. Because I can do anything staying at home. I could just watch TV all day, but I don't want to do that. I have so many goals. Like, my grandma, she used to cook homemade dinners every single night, and yikerinos! My battery died and I ran out of space, and now it's the end of the day. So I'll just keep going. The dreams and inspirations I have as a housewife stem from my grandma, and it's her cooking, her cleaning, her household management. It was all an inspiration to me growing up. She would always be cooking something new every time for dinner, and her space was just so well put together, decorated, maintained, and cleaned. The way she loved on people was just so like full and amazing. So she's like my main inspiration. And I do have a tendency to push myself into expectations of such a high level that, because I am a slow learner and it takes me a while to get into the groove of things, I can get really hard on myself when I do not meet those goals. So as a safety measuring net, that's why I'm reconnecting my relationship with God. And I just want to have lots of kids, because that'll make me happy. And God. Yeah, I think that is all I have for today. The sunset is going down. My husband is at a friend's house doing a little party for him as a new dad. And I hope this video helps you, or you enjoyed it. Anyway, we'll see you again later at the V Life.